Warning, this video is going to trigger a lot of you, and I just want you to try to have an open mind. You've been warned. Hello everybody, I'm OCDsaster, and this is OCDsaster Blue, my Sonic exclusive channel where everything we do here is Sonic related. So if that sounds like something your speed, consider subscribing to the channel and checking out some other videos after this one. In this video, as I prefaced at the beginning, we are going to be talking about something that's very sensitive to loyal Sonic fans, Sonic loyalists. Now, I don't like to bubble all Sonic fans into one category, but there is a category that seems to really not like when I compare, or anybody else for that matter, compares Sonic games with Mario games, but they don't realize the logic behind that is they are direct competitors, and competition is good. Just because you're competing doesn't mean that it's bad. It brings a lot of development and challenges, sure, but it helps with the companies to put out better items and better content. So that is why when I talk about Mario competing with Sonic, I'm not saying it in a negative light. It's good because if Nintendo puts out a good Mario game, then Sega is more, incentivized to put out a good Sonic game to compete with that, and vice versa. So that's what I mean by Sonic competing with Mario. So if you're still with me, hey, we're going to be talking about Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, the upcoming Sonic racing game that will be slightly competing against Mario Kart World, even though Mario Kart World has been out, whereas CrossWorlds isn't coming out till September, so there is some time, a little bit of a gap in between for all the hype for Mario Kart to die down, for then a new kart racer to come into the mix. Now, I'm going to say it, I have Mario Kart World, and I quite enjoy it. I think it's a fun game. I don't think it's perfect, but I do think it is a fun mascot kart racer. Does that mean that CrossWorlds is cooked? No, not at all. CrossWorlds is going to be having its own little thing and have its own type of vibe and style and control, and it's going to be different. And I'm excited to try that out when it comes out, and I just really hope that it's good on its own merits. However, there's something that I've been thinking about that would really help with CrossWorlds if you think about it competing with Mario Kart World. And I'm not talking about the DLC characters or the crossover characters that we're going to be getting, because that's already huge, and I already have another video about that out, and there's going to be more in the future. What I'm talking about is the game modes. You see, there hasn't been many good game modes in racing games, in my opinion. Now, I've really limited myself to Sonic Riders, to Mario Kart, to Crash Team Racing, to Crash Tag Team Racing. I haven't played all of the kart racers out there, but it seems like you have sometimes a story mode, a Grand Prix mode, your versus mode where you kind of just do whatever races in between, time attack, and then it's just these obscure little battle modes that are there just kind of as like fillers. Sometimes they can be fun, but most of the time it just seems like they're trying to pad out the racing game. And I kind of see that with Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World introduces free roam, which is like its main cell where you can just go off the course and do whatever you want. And I think that's great and it works for what it is, but it does get kind of tedious and boring after about, I would say, 30 minutes tops. Grand Prix is nothing new and to write home about. However, there is a mode in there that I really enjoyed, and I think a lot of people are seeing it as like the best part of Mario Kart World, and that is Knockout, where it's basically a battle royale. You keep racing, and as you get through certain chunks of the laps and stages, it'll tell you what place you have to come in to progress. So at first it's like 20, then 18, 16, 14, 12, and then you have to, be in the top 4 to place and then continue. It's a really cool mechanic that I love to see. And I'm not saying I want this to be in Sonic CrossWorlds, no, not at all. But what I'm trying to say is I really hope that they bring a special kind of mode unique to CrossWorlds to that game that's not just like a Grand Prix or a story mode, because I think that'll really help differentiate it from not just Mario Kart but other previous Sonic racing titles. And I don't really know what that's going to look like, but we've had a few modes out there that were a little bit interesting, just not fully fleshed out. What's coming to the top of my mind is Sonic Riders, where you could pick up the Chaos Emerald and race across the course, but the longer you had the Chaos Emerald, the more it like drained your air. Now, obviously, we're not going to have air in CrossWorlds, but It's just a very interesting mode, and they tried some other experimental stuff out too with the boards, where like there was like a tag team mode where you shared the same fuel as another player, and although that one was infuriating beyond belief, they were at least being innovative with it. And I really hope they try to do this dimension swapping, dimension changing, and add a mode that just uses that to its advantage. Like, of course, we're probably going to get like some sort of like battle arena mode, but I want to see a fresh mode that's just super hype, super fun, and you can just get in, get out, great matchmaking, because this will be an online game too. And I just really hope that they release and reveal, as we get closer to the release date, what these modes are going to be, because I really haven't seen much yet. And you guys can let me know down in the comments if I'm just missing some key information that's already been out there. But I believe they've only been showing off demos and stuff like that for reviewers and stuff. We're still a little whiles away, don't get me wrong. September is still a few months away, so they can still flesh things out and trickle out information, which I think is good. But that's what I've been thinking about as I'm playing Mario Kart World, because Mario Kart World is really Grand Prix, Knockout, and that's about it. There isn't really, like, free roam for here and there, but there's not really much to write home about but the balloon fights or the coin runners. It's very run-of-the-mill, common schluck. Now, a mission mode would be very cool for CrossWorlds with different characters having different missions, but we've seen that already in Kart Racers. I'm talking about a brand new mode that we haven't seen that has to do with, like, changing the course. I mean, even having a course creator would be really cool. That would take a lot of time, though. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but that would be cool as well, taking assets from Sonic CrossWorlds and like the different tracks in Sonic and Sega games and building your own courses and sharing online. That would be amazing, but I don't see anything like that happening. But what are your guys' ideas? I would love to hear them down in the comments, and if I get enough of them, I might be able to share them on another video on this channel. If you stayed to the end, thank you so much, and consider liking the video. It really helps me out, and checking out some other videos. I have tons of, like I said at the beginning, exclusive Sonic content. That's all we do here. Sonic CrossWorlds, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Sonic Frontiers, where I got started. We have everything, so you just have to go ahead and head over to the channel and scroll around to your heart's content, or just click this video right here. That's another way to get started. I'm OCDsaster, and I hope you have a super Sonic rest of your day. See ya.